Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is my Smash Our Stash collab video. It's a collab hosted by Beth of Bourbon Creek Crafts. Each month we share or we create projects that are focused around using up one particular item in our craft room. Like to smash our stash or to use up a good bit of some particular item. Now each month there is a theme or an item that we are to use. For the month of February, the item was embellishments such as ephemera, like chipboard pieces, die cuts, 3D stickers, just different things like that. And I have on my on my shelf up in my on the wall in my craft room a big old plastic container which is full of nothing but like ephemera and die cuts and stuff like that. So I pulled out a couple packs that I have no clue where they, well, this one I know came from Joann's because it's Park Lane, and it was in one of those little like cheap sections, the little bins. Looks like the price was $2.49. I don't know if I paid that or if it was on sale or what, but has just a lot of really cute, colorful images in here. This is called Keeping It Real Pink Fresh Studio. I don't even know. I think I might have heard that heard of that company before, but this is called Floral Ephemera, and there's just all kinds of flowers in pretty colors, pinks, purples, sort of a mustardy yellow, like a turquoise, hot pink, light pink, just a lot of really pretty colors. I don't know if you can see them very well in there. I did use just a few out of here. And then this is by Paige Evans. It was just a 40-piece embellishment pack. There were some smaller pieces in this little top little section, and then longer and bigger ones down here. I used a lot of the small pieces, and then I just combined them all into one sleeve. So there's still a good number left to use, but I decided just to use the ones that I had already worked with. And I was able to make 10 cards for this month. Let me put these to the side. And I love all the bright colors in the images, like the die cuts. So I went with really bright colors on the cards. And I know I've said this before, but I love using black as a matte and to layer because I just love how it makes all of the colors and images really pop out. So let me go ahead and I'll just set these to the side and show one by one. Now some of the pieces I did kind of pop up on foam. It's this real thin Scotch tape that I get from my hardware store. As you can see, it's not super thick, but I just like the little bit of dimension that it gives. And this whole, I mean, I've used a good bit of this roll. It's way bigger than this when I start out, and it's like 13 bucks at my hardware store. So excellent place to find tape. It's back where like the painting supplies and stuff like that's at. But this was in the Paige Evans set, and so was this round, this circle image. And then this was just in that flower pack. No, this one was actually in the small little Park Lane pack. But I just put this little bird image. It says love on there over top, just kind of, as you can see, just slanted the little file folder cutout, and then added a few little gems. I added a little bit bigger. These are iridescent ones that I get from Hobby Lobby. I love them because they're not super big, but they're not itty bitty tiny like these ones that I get at Hobby Lobby as well. But I love the teeny tiny ones because they work perfect for adding in the centers of flowers and things like that. Like I did put one over here in the middle of this purple flower, and then a couple in that flower. And so I love how this turned out. And the insides are just blank. And I did use up the last 10 cards out of a pack of card blanks from Hobby Lobby, and these are really small, so they're not A2. These are only about 4 and just about 1/8 of an inch shorter than 5 inches, and then they are 3.5, so real close to 3 by 5. Just a nice little note card size. So there's that first one. The next one is this really pretty one with the sort of a turquoise, darker turquoise, lighter turquoise, just a little lined, almost looks like paper. And just put on there this image, it's nice to be nice. And I matted this one with like a hot pink because there's a lot of pinks in this image here. And then I went with the blue on that one because there is some of that blue in this image as well as on here. And then this little piece here, this die cut there were holes in those 4 diamonds, so I just stuck a little gem in the middle of each of those holes, and then added a few in the top and bottom corners. And then in the centers of the flowers, I put the teeny tiny ones in 3 of the flowers. And so there's that little card. And these are really super flat, even though they have a little bit of they had those gems on there. It does not give hardly any dimension whatsoever. So these would be great for mailing. And then the next one is this bright mustardy yellow with this image here from the Paige Evans pack. It just says good day. And then I took one of these little smaller images from the Paige Evans pack that says happiness blooms from within, and added a few little gems in those 3 flowers here and then those 3 up there. And I love how this one turned out. I think it's super cute. And then this piece here is on some foam. So it's just a little bit of dimension to help it kind of pop out from the background. There's that one. And this next one, I love. On some of these, I did kind of like a smaller piece of cardstock and then a larger piece. And then where the seam was at, where the 2 pieces butted up against each other, I just took some of my Stampin' Up! I've had this for a long time, so they probably don't even have it. It's just called Basic Black, and it's just some really thin black ribbon with like a silver glittery sort of sparkly edge to it. So I just put that across the seam, and I angled the ends, so I didn't have, because I'd already glued down the papers, and so instead of trying to, if I hadn't already attached the card front to the card, I could have just cut even with the edges. But I kind of like the look that it has, with just cut them on an angle, so they just barely stick out past the card mat. And then this was from the Paige Evans, and that one, this little hello sentiment die cut piece. And I love the purple flower bouquet, so I just added a bunch of bling in the centers of all those flowers, and then down there on the bow, and then of course the top and the bottom corners. And this is like a little Polaroid frame cut out with all the pretty butterflies, and I think that turned out to be a really pretty card. Just a fun little note card. The next one, same design with the got to get my cat hairs off of here, with the mustardy yellow panel, and then I went with a light pink panel. Another one of those like Polaroid frames. Just said beautiful day on the bottom of that, and then the circle image here, of course, says sunshine and smiles. And then added one of the flowers from, I believe, that either came out of the Paige Evans set, or it might have been from the one from Joann's. I don't remember for sure. Then added some gems to the top and bottom, and one right in the middle of that flower. And this circle piece is on some of the foam tape. And the next one on this hot pink card front, just this pretty butterfly image with a couple of the, I think these 2 might have come out of that floral piece, or that little floral pack. I think it was Pink Fresh Studio, something like that, but out of the pack of flower die cuts. And just added a lot of little tiny gems to the middle of all those flowers, and then down the center of the butterfly. And everything is flat. So other than the gems, there is no dimension whatsoever. So just a cute little note card, and just says, hello, lovely. So that'd be nice to just send someone in Happy Mail, or to send as like a birthday card, or thinking of you, or just anything that you wanted to send someone a little note for. And the next one is, I like the layout of this. I just put a couple tags together, and little flower, which I see I did not add any to the center there, but I did have quite a few gems on in other places, so I probably didn't need it in those flowers there. Of course, knowing me, I might go back and add it to there, because I'd also thought about adding some little tiny, looking through my box of butterfly embellishments and stickers and things, see if there's some tiny butterflies that I could find to add here and there, which I may still go back and do that later, but I was happy with the way they turned out so far. So if I don't do anything else to them, then I think they are ready to go. Stop and smell the flowers, and then added a little bouquet down here, and then just kind of angled the two different tags, overlap them, and this top tag here is on foam, and the flowers, or that image there, is on foam. And I used that mustardy yellow with a hot pink, and I think this turned out really, really pretty. And the next one, this cute one, just did a layer of this light pink paper. And most of this cardstock, I mean, it's all just from random pieces that I pulled out of my cardstock, but this is sort of that thinner, like 65 pound. It's not heavy weight cardstock. None of this is heavyweight cardstock, so they're not very thick at all. And then this image here has foam tape under it, and then I just put this cute little bird, and that is from the Park Lane, yes, from the Joann's pack. And then these two images here are from the Paige Evans pack, and that just says a moment in time, and you make today better. And I could have added a few gems. I think this was one of my first cards, so I wasn't putting gems in the middle of everything at that time. I started that about halfway through. But I did add a nice little row across the top. So there again, I may pull out a few of the small ones and add like 5 here. I don't know. But there is that card. And this one I think turned out really, really pretty. I think all 3 of these are from the Paige Evans pack. Just went with the turquoise and sort of a green, sort of a darker green for the top section. And this is a little like envelope die cut, and this just says love. The word love was on the bottom corner of that envelope, but I covered it up with these flowers. And then that is just a little thing of leaves that I just tucked underneath that side. And I think that turned out super adorable as well. I love all of these die cuts because they have such bright, vibrant colors, and they're perfect for getting up into springtime with all the floral images and the bright colors. I'm loving how these turned out. And the very last one, I love this green and yellow together. I think it is so pretty. And then add in that pink. So there is that up close. And that just says some kind of wonderful. And then this really gorgeous bird and these pretty, really soft yellow flowers. And simple card there. So that is my set of 10 cards ready to go for any occasion that I might need them for. And that is my Smash Our Stash video for this month. Please check out the other ladies. I will have a list down in the description below of all the information on this collab. And I appreciate everyone stopping by, and please go check out the others that are participating, and I will see everyone in my next video. Have a great day.